Hello again, friends. Today I want to talk about an important issue in the nation of Israel, and that is one of self-defense. The right to defend oneself is an inalienable right, and it's no more evident than what we saw in the tragedy that befell New Zealand recently. I don't know how many of you actually watched the live footage that the shooter broadcasted, but it was so sad. The number of people that were defenseless and cowering that he mowed down like it was a video game. Tragedy, loss of life, what it means to society aside, just taking the incident in a vacuum. It was a man with a tool which gave him an extremely unfair advantage over the other apes. This tool was what some people call an assault rifle. It was a semi-automatic military-style rifle. The tool, though, is really the firearm itself. The people he mowed down did not have firearms. If they had knives, clubs, other things, they did not brandish them from what I saw. The firearm is what set them apart. And that's what I want to talk about today, is the tools with which we use to defend ourselves. A self-defense tool is a tool that has the potential to kill, to maim. Many peace advocates and anti-gun advocates, they say that firearms are made for killing and nothing else. That's true. But that's also good, because it is an equalizing force. And in the 1800s, that's why the pistol was even known as the Great Equalizer. Because an inalienable right exists to defend oneself. Because an inalienable right to defend oneself exists in lieu of any nation, in lieu of any country, in lieu of any jurisdiction. If you were alone on an island with nothing but you and the elements and savage beasts, you have the right to defend yourself against whatever the world throws at you. This world is full of humans, the evil ape known as man. That evil, evil beast will manipulate, harm, threaten, injure, and kill members of its own species to get what it wants. One has an inalienable right to defend oneself against others of their own species on planet Earth. The firearm is how to do that. The firearm is the pinnacle of personal defense weaponry. I say defense instead of offense because, as we've seen with nuclear weapons, arms races, standoffs at borders, military zones between nations, they exist as a way to keep peace. Now, one can say, yes, but the only thing that the tool of the howitzer, the bomb, the bullet, the only thing those tools do is destroy, is kill. On a technical level, yes, that is true. But they do far more than that on a meta-technical level. The meta-techniques of weapons of war are weapons of peace. Now, I know that many of you that follow me are not war hawks, and you are staunch adherents to the NAP. I get that. And I do my best to adhere to the NAP in every step of my life. But you can't deny what lays outside of your libertarian ideals. You can't deny it. That's why I used to sign forum posts as hashtag or @sad statist, because I used to debate and argue anti-war, anti-religion on the grounds of violence and bloodshed. And the older I've gotten, the more I've realized it's in our DNA. We haven't moved beyond it yet. As a species, I mean. No matter where you look, in every nation, there's more in others, of course, but every nation of people, every country that draws borders, every religion on the planet, they kill, they terrorize, they fight. They make others cry and bleed for personal gain. You can't escape it. So, what do you do about it? You can defend yourself. You have the right to. Now, let's get into what nations and states, local jurisdictions can do when it comes to your right to defend yourself. States, jurisdictions, they exist to regulate trade. Trade and commerce are the vehicle through which we obtain the tools to defend ourselves. And so, thusly, they regulate firearms. Now, most of us don't even think about it, but this is the state telling you just how much they will allow you to pursue your right to self-defense, to defend yourself and your loved ones from harm. This requires a citizen to obey the law, to pay the fees, to fill out the paperwork, to obtain the tools that the powers that be deem acceptable to use to defend yourself. This is the crux of what I want to talk about today. I haven't been able to stop thinking about the ever-present danger of ideologically driven madmen with guns or bombs or knives or whatever the hell else. And it makes me think, how are they going to kill us in the future? And so now this is where we get into theoretical things and philosophy. Earlier I said that the bullet was the pinnacle of self-defense, tool for killing. What about when it's not? As we have in America, which to my knowledge is the best place in the world to live for the right to defend yourself with lethal force. And yet here, we have sanctions, rules, some types of weapons or ammunition are completely banned and taken off the table. So, these are all things that actually exist and have for a long time. Sure, you can ban a bump stock. Sure, you have to pay a certain amount of tax money to the government to have access to fully automatic weapons. But these are all real things that have existed for a while and have been grandfathered in. Technology marches forward. And so I wonder, with the growing power of the state, left-wing, right-wing doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. The growing power of the state, the authoritarian mommy that wants to look out for us and use us to continually support itself. It doesn't want us to have these tools. But what about new tools? Ones that don't exist yet. Energy waves, sonic beams, some type of hybrid plasma energy round, lasers, or anything else we can think of. Maybe pharmacopoeia. Maybe in the future pheromones will be weaponized somehow. Who knows? Will we even have those? Or is that going to be new technology so automatically it's not allowed for the public? Nope, can't have it. Too dangerous. Oh, we didn't let you have bump stocks. You can't have the Teflon-coated rounds that are cop killers. Oh, you can't have high-capacity magazines, so we definitely can't let you have this. Oh, no. We can't let you have this pheromone or this plasma pistol or this sonic wave. Oh, we can't let you have that. No, the populace, it's too dangerous. You can't have it. Criminals and madmen are not known for following laws. It's a tired argument that's beaten into the ground, but it doesn't make it any less true. Self-defense advocates say, yes, but criminals, they do not follow the law. They will have firearms no matter how much you make them illegal. So what about when that day comes? When there are plasma pistols? When there is a lightsaber? Do we get those? Or is that state and criminal only? It's definitely something we're thinking about, because in the real world, we don't have progress levels or tech levels like in a 4X video game or in science fiction role-playing settings. We don't have a mil-spec license like in Shadowrun, where we can go to the local black dealer and get our military spec Ares laser pistol or whatever. We don't have that in the real world. So what's it going to be? What's it going to be? In the future, are we going to have gun shops that we can walk into and say, I would like an A47 plasma rifle with 40 watt range? Or are we even going to have gun stores at all? I don't know. But that was just on my mind. And I never put this much thought into it until today. And it weighs heavily on me because we already see so much of the technology available to us nearly out of grasp for the populace. The price alone makes most firearms that are suitable for home defense out of the price range of half the country. In America, well, we're one of the wealthiest countries with one of the most plentiful resources of firearms. So, I wonder. So to wrap up, philosophically, I think that we must fight gun control now. We must. Because governments, bureaucracies, those with power, do not give it back when you give it to them. They won't. They can't. The people that come next, and the people that come next, and the people that come next in the bureaucracy, they will only know the power that was in the seat before they took it, and they will want more. It's not one continuous intelligence that runs a bureaucracy. It's an endless number of short-lived intelligences that do what they think is necessary to achieve and to get paid while they maintain the seat. So, we have to stop them. And I'm not talking about any kind of ugly acts of violence or revolution or anything. I mean, we have to mobilize with activism, with words, talking like we are here today. We have to get these ideas into the next generation and then into the next. We have to instill within them they have an inalienable right that no agency and no bureaucracy gives them to defend themselves with the most appropriate technology available. If it's a stick, it's a stick. If it's the 40-watt plasma rifle, it's the 40-watt plasma rifle. This ideology of control and censorship that we talk about all the time, it will eventually render us unable to even defend ourselves. And I talk about bad men with guns. That can be a crackhead breaking into your house. It can be a religious zealot. But what I fear most is when it's the state. When it's the people with the flag you live under that you need to defend yourself against. I hope you enjoyed this short journey down self-defense philosophy avenue with me. I'd like you to share this video if it spoke to you, or if you know people that would enjoy it. And please, talk about what I talk about to the people that matter to you. The idea needs to travel. Good philosophy, good human nature needs to spread and go to the far ends of the earth, because the ones that we are up against do not want it to spread. They only want control.